It was shocking as much as it was shocking for everyone. It had direct impact on our side. Firstly, the buyback centers being closed means you can't sell. At first, we couldn't even roam around the streets. You can go and collect, but you can't sell. So most of it was stored until businesses was open. So it had a direct impact. People couldn't make money. People couldn't buy bread. It had an immediate impact to the reclaimers. Some people stopped working. Some people continued to work, but it had a direct impact, going straight to the pockets. People couldn't earn a living. You know, going and pulling a trolley for 6 hours, knowing very well that you're not going to make money out of it. So reclaimers continued being environmental agents even in the difficult times of COVID when they were not making money. They still continued to service the environment and communities. The education and the support that is supposed to be coming to reclaimers is not coming in. The support that is supposed to be coming in for the people at the bottom of the food chain in South Africa is not coming in. You've got your privileged people with big houses. When they have to quarantine, they just literally go around the house and they've got enough spaces. We are in cluster spaces where you find 400 people are using 7 toilets. It becomes very difficult to keep yourself secured.
Ngesikhathi lese-lockdown siye saphazamiseka kakhulu. Like mina esayidini lami kwaba nzima kakhulu ngendlela yokuthi akukho la bengithola khona imali, akukho la bengithola khona ukudla ukuthi abantwana badle. And ngaleso sikhathi bengihleli nabo bonke abantwana. Kwakunzima nje impela kakhulu. So makuvala utshwala kuyaye kube nzima ngoba akukho la sithola khona amabhodlela, akukho la sithola khona amabox okuyizona zinto ezisinikeza imali. So siyahlukumezeke nje kakhulu. Mina ngathi nginenhlanhla ngoba uNkulunkulu lezandla zami wangipha izinto eziningi ukuthi ngikhona ukuyiphilisa. Mangabe ngibona ukuthi la ku recycling kuvaliwe ngangenza amawiki.
Me coming here in the morning, before they get here, I make it a point that the waste is out. I'm providing a service by helping pick it up to redirect these things from the landfill. So Reclaimer is actually subsidizing both the city and the residents in a very high way. I mean, the guys at the landfill are taking out close to 86,000 tons on a monthly basis. If they were not to take that out, what was going to happen? 86,000 tons was going to go directly to the environment. So we need to acknowledge those people that are doing that job. The CSIR took out statistics. I think it's about 60 to 90% of the material that is collected in South Africa is collected by waste pickers. It shows the impact that reclaimers are putting in, the efforts, the amount of waste that is being redirected. Now there's 9,000 more people in the city of Johannesburg that are redirecting this material here. With no support from anyone, strange enough, they're not begging for any support. We have a very high collection rate. If a single reclaimer collects plus minus 200 to 250 kgs a day, in the city of Johannesburg, we're estimating around 9,000 reclaimers. So 250 multiplied by 9,000, that's close to 2.2 million tons. Now imagine 2.2 million tons of waste not being collected in one day. What's going to happen to the landfill space? What's going to happen to the oceans, all the plastic that's going to the oceans? What's going to be happening to the environment because the people are going to be forced to burn the material? If we don't collect for a month, it's going to mess us up.
We have learned to appreciate the work that we're doing, whether we are being stigmatized or not stigmatized. Fortunately, we're having other stakeholders coming in and saying, let's lay a hand, let's help out there, here and there. The passion is burning like fire.
Bafuna ukususa la but ukususa kwabo basa kwenye indawo. Even le ndawo basimikisa kiyo basimikisa for temporary, basitshela ukuthi sokuhlala lapho for 6 months, then after 6 months we have to ukuthi sizibone ukuthi siphuma njani. Besile la bazosithathela ama-toilet, bazosithathela itanki yamanzi. Sikhezi la without ama-toilet maybe for 2 weeks. Without ama-toilet, without amanzi. Sakhona ukuthi sicontacte ama-human rights lawyer. Yibo abantu abakhonile ukuthi bangasinceda ukuthi lezi zinto lezo zibuye back. So okwamanje even now ama-human rights lawyers akasabuyi kithi bazositshela ama-feedback ukuthi kwenzekalani ngale ndawo. So into eyenzakala kwesikhezi nje asazi ukuthi kusasa ngenzakalani or next week ngenzakalani or next month or next year. And le ndawo abasinikeza yona akusindawo la bafuna khona le mithwalo yethu le. That means mabasimikisa lapho asiyosebenza sohlala That's 6 months. Ngaleso sikhathi leyo temporary mayiphela sobe siyorenta ngani ngoba sobe singasebenzi. So inkinga esinayo leyo so survive ngani. Shukuthi promoter ukuthi kumele sokwenza icrime lapho la siyakhona ngoba angeke sikhona ukuhlala without ukuthi sikhe. So thina into esiyicela kwi-government engasinceda ngayo ukuthi sinikeze indawo esafe esokhona ukusebenzela kiyo. Asazi next ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani but thina ukuya ngathi siyayikhalela le ndawo ngoba iyasurvivisa. I think if ever umhlaba ungabuya ngoba lapho sobe namalungelo nami ngizobe ngine-right ukuthi ngikhulume ukuthi umhlaba bomkhulu lo umhlaba bobani lo. Maybe, but not sure. I believe, but not the way izinto zenzeka ngayo.
For me, how it affected me, the immediate thing was, how am I going to support my daughter? How am I going to feed my daughter? Here I am, I can't move. How am I going to make a living? That was the main thing that came in. How am I going to be able to sustain my living? Very, very interesting relationship I have with my daughter. She's a very young reclaimer. She collects aluminium cans, and the plan is to buy her something big at the end of the year through what she's collecting. It's given me a reason to wake up in the morning and go open more bins. I may not have got what I wanted as a child. I may not have reached my dreams, but I get my fulfillment from seeing her happiness. I get a lot of fulfillment from seeing her grow, being able to provide for a child, being called a father, and not just being a physical father, but a thinking father. You know, a father with the heart, you know, raising a girl is something interesting for me. You know, I've always had the wish of having my own family, and she's given me that opportunity to be able to do that. The lifestyle that we're living, the age group that I'm in, we might have missed a lot of opportunities that were handed out to us, and being able to pave the way for our children to be able to have a better life. I think that's enough fulfillment. I still enjoy what I do. I don't enjoy going through people's bins. No one enjoys that. I appreciate that I have to go through that to be able to feed my family, and I've accepted that. The classification of reclaimers as essential workers was endorsed at a later stage after a lot of engagements. They just said, okay, let's allow them to be essential workers, but not looking at other aspects that come in. You can't just continually saying, let the people go work in the pandemic without providing them with masks, without providing them with sanitizers, without knowing the logistics, the problems that they're facing, without understanding how is it going to affect them. So it was done because we made a lot of noise. We've been making noise to be recognized post-COVID-19.
Kona ngiyafisa ukuthi ngibe nekhampani yami ukuthi noma kuthiwa ngiyahamba emhlabeni ngazi ukuthi abantwana bami ngibashiya something abazoqhubeka nayo ngoba bayayazi bona recycling bafundisekile kakhulu ngayo. Abantwana bami ngifisa ukubabona bephila impilo right nje njengabanye abantwana enginokubabona ukuthi ba drive imoto baphila kahle banemizi. Ngifisa ayukuthi ngifisa ukubabona besebenza, ngifisa ukubabona bezisebenza. Angifisa ukubabona besebenza beba namaboss, ngifisa ukubabona beba amaboss bona. Ezinami ngifisa ukuba yiboss mina self.
Mina empilweni into engiyifunako ufuna ukuba ubusinessman. Ngikhona ukuqasha abanye abantu abasokola njengami. Bakhona ukusurvive ngempilo.
For me personally, I would like to buy my daughter a home of her own, you know, where she can say, this is home. You know, even if dad is no longer around, she can have her own home. For reclaimers, it's the same. For reclaimers to have a home. You know, we are scattered everywhere. You know, we don't have a place where we can say, this is a place for reclaimers. Unfortunately, we have to be scattered because of the complexity of our work. But the dream I have for reclaimers would be something I personally call a reclamation center, an innovation center, where reclaimers can come in and take out that balaclava, and people can show their skills. We have artists, we have nurses, we've got teachers, we've got people that can still contribute more to society